I'm Kevin Callahan, and I'm the owner and general manager of Honda of Jasper. The investment we made in renovating our facility is a statement in our belief in our product, our people, and the Jasper community. The confidence we have in the Honda brand made doing a remodel an easy decision, because when you invest in your business, you invest in the community and the people that live there. Watching our business grow as Jasper has grown shows us we've made the right decision.
Welcome back to Coffee Time. Get you another cup of coffee. Enjoy the rest of the program day. We're meeting all the candidates. Our special guest this morning is State Rep from District 13, Greg Barnes. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
Glad to have you in here.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's re-election time.
It is.
In fact, it's coming up pretty quick.
Very quick.
I think we're May 19 is the day.
Sir. Yes, sir. We're closing it down on it quick.
Right. Tell me about your family.
Well, of course, I'm happily married to my wonderful wife, Jerry, who puts up with me and tolerates me.
That's the way to do it.
And I got 2 sons. We have 2 sons.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much, they're grown. I have no grandchildren. So that's one thing that gives me a lot of opportunity that most people don't have, and I don't do a whole lot of sports, stuff like that. This actually has become my primary focus, is representing the people of District 13.
Now, you were elected in this house 5 months ago or 6, what was it?
About 6 months
6
ago.
months ago.
Correct.
And it replaced, of course, Senator.
Matt Woods, right.
Yeah, Senator. So that got that done. But District 13 is a big district.
It is. It's all the way from Nauvoo on this side of I-22 all the way to Dora.
It takes the Dora
so it
City.
takes in Sipsey, Thatch, Saragossa, Sipsey, Piney Woods. I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out, but you know
the Curry area.
Everything over, Curry, where I live.
Yeah.
And so
Jasper.
Yeah, everything.
Jasper.
If it's on this side of 22 all the way to Dora, it's mine.
And like you said, the districts are determined by population.
That's right.
And that's one of the reasons that Dora and Summerton are 13 and 14.
That's right.
Because of population.
Correct.
That's the way it does.
That was separated out for that reason.
All right. Tell me about your experience and the last several months of being in the State House of Representatives.
Well, I'm a 45-year businessman. I'm a retired builder, contractor, developer. I've done that, built large-scale apartment complexes, all sorts of stuff in the construction business. That's my primary background, is the construction business. And, of course, I've been in the leasing rental business. I mean, I have a lot of business experience. I found out early on in Montgomery, if you don't have a really good background in business, you're in trouble, because all of our bills just about are business-oriented or something to do with them.
Well, that business is, of course, produces jobs.
It is.
The state's about jobs.
It is, and that's what we're all about, and that's what I work on. It's one of my primary focal points, is bringing jobs here. I'm actually working with a company now who plans to bring 100 different businesses. They represent 100 different businesses that are looking at Alabama. I met with them, was fortunate enough, almost by accident. They were down in the chamber down on the floor area, and I ran into them, and they had invited us to come and speak with them. And I said, hey, we've got several places I want you to come and look at in Jasper. Got some great, Cordova's got some awesome places to excel. I mean, awesome. Dora is coming on fantastic. I mean, we're really going to see Dora explode because of their proximity to Birmingham.
Yes.
Very easily accessible.
The new exit down.
Oh, yeah. That helped them as much as anything.
The I-22, the Love situation.
Yes. Everything on 22. We're going to see a lot of things happening here soon that I'm not at liberty to talk about now, but a lot of good things are coming to Walker County, and I like to see them get closer in before I ever mention them. But some good things are coming to District 13 and Walker County as a whole.
Being a businessman, and as I know, as you travel and speak to people all over District 13,
yes, sir,
that's number one priority, is jobs.
It is, and we're going to get them here. That's the good thing about my experience. Back when I was doing my construction, I worked with several companies that came into here, and I worked with their CEOs, and I did not initially have anything to do with getting them here, but I had to do with, once they were here, I provided the houses for their top CEO people, and made sure their accommodations were there for them. That was part of my process. And as I got to know them, it spun off to several other businesses, and I was very fortunate.
So one of your priorities is recruiting, and since you've been businessman recruiting, You know recruiting.
I know recruiting, and I know infrastructure really well, being a developer. I know what it takes to get people here, and I know how to talk to these groups. I know their language because I've worked with them so much, and I know what they want to hear.
Yeah. Now we got a county director who's in the recruiting for businesses, and we got a city of Jasper director.
That's correct.
That's in the recruiting business. So we don't want to cross here.
We won't. Well, I will work with them. What I'm trying to do is get them interested enough to come here. Then I will align, of course, with Greg Reed, who's our Secretary
Yes,
of Workforce.
yes,
He's the number one guy I actually reach out to. Number two is Matt Woods, the senator.
Yes, sir.
I go by, seniority in the way they're in. They're definitely going to be in my loop. And then once we can get together and put some definite people coming here, then we'll get with the city and, instead of giving them a bunch of stuff that they might not be able to work with. But we're going to get the jobs here. That's top priority of mine.
I-22 opened up for us. Tom Bevel did a tremendous job with that highway
Absolutely.
that go through here. We thank him even today
I'm telling
for
you.
doing that.
We'll
But
reap the
we still
benefits.
got plenty of spots along I-22 that will help from north to south Walker County.
Yes, sir.
It really will. All right, the number two is, of course, what I hear from everybody is education.
Yes,
and I
sir.
know the state is about education.
It is. Well, we just passed, and I was a part of, by being the current legislator, we just passed a $10.6 billion ETF, Educational Trust Fund, for those who don't know what that stands for the highest ever in the state of Alabama.
Wow.
Everyone, all the schools, K through 12, the two-year colleges, the four-year universities, everyone got increases. One of the good things, too, that I'm very pleased with is we were able to get the teachers a 2% pay raise.
Come on.
That they haven't had in 3 years, and they're going to get it from now on. So that's the good thing.
That
and
is a good thing.
And that's all we could get. I don't see any more in the future, 2%, but that in 5 years, that's 10% raise. It beats what they had. And
that's exactly
but we had to struggle. I mean, we had to struggle to do that.
Now-
Because you have to have the money to do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One of our teachers here in Jasper was speaking to me, and they've got their hand on it really good. The Hispanic population
Yes, sir.
is exploding here a little bit, and they need that teacher in that language.
That's right.
And I know that's part of your priorities.
It is. Well, we have to educate everyone. This is one of the things I tell people. I'm everyone, from the man out here on the street that has nothing. I'm his representative, just like I am the richest business owner, whoever that might be in Walker
Sure.
or District 13. I represent them equally. I'm there for both of them and everyone in between. I take calls all the time. Anyone's welcome to call me at any point in time, and that's why on my card I always put my cell number. I have people call me from time to time about various things, sometimes about roads and things like that, and sometimes about garbage pickup and what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to kid you not.
But
I take the call and say, hey, this is who you need to call.
That's right.
And I put them in line with the people that they need to. So you take all the calls, you do whatever you need to do to stay in touch with the people, because I am the people's representative.
Now, down and when you're in the House, yes, you're there. Priority is District 13.
Yes, sir.
That is your priority,
Number
and I
one.
know that's what you're talking about today, District 13.
Yes, sir.
But you get a vote in Huntsville, you get a vote in Mobile,
That's
which
it.
is the two greatest cities right now we have in the state that are exploding.
They are. I've never seen anything like it, really, to be quite honest. And I've done a lot of development, but I haven't. Huntsville has just stunned me. But here's the problem with both of those cities you mentioned: is the growth rate coming from a developer has been so fast, the population growth rate, that the infrastructure was not ready for. Not enough roads, not enough anything. The people in the influx has just been enormous. So they're going to have this, Limestone County has grown like never before because there's nowhere for them to go. Madison, you jump from Huntsville,
Yeah,
then
to Madison.
Madison kind of blocks them off. Then Huntsville jumps Madison again over to the 65
Yes.
lane, goes all the way up. And then they're already, Limestone County's benefited from it tremendously. So, and here's the thing, it's still coming. I mean, they're still coming by the thousands.
Now, you tell me, I've heard this rumor A submarine plant in Alabama? Come on.
It's coming.
It's coming?
Yes, sir.
That
And
is-
we're glad to have it.
and we're glad to get it. That means a
Absolutely.
lot of jobs.
It does, absolutely.
'Cause I saw that. I said, a submarine plant. We can get.
I'm
we can
telling
buy
you.
one of those. All right. What are the people telling you out here in 13? What are they saying to you when you shake their hand, say vote for me? What's their priorities?
Well, you know, a lot of them listen to me, but I listen to them because that's what I let them know. I'm here for you. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. And you tell me whatever it is that you want to know about, whatever you want to hear about, call me. I'll let you know. I'll tell you anything I know, things that are coming down the chute, things that we've done, which I will get into in a moment when my host asked me. I'll go to these things of accomplishments and things. But as far as being out here in the public and talking, I tell them about the things that I've accomplished. I've worked hard. I can assure you every day I give 100%. I'm 99% of the time the first one there in the house because I leave early in the morning on Tuesdays. I get there, I look over all the bills. We have a calendar, and I look over the calendar and do all that. So we can get into that whenever you get ready. But at any point, getting back to what we're talking about, I just tell the people, I'm here for you. Anyone listening that's in District 13, or the state for that matter, as you well know, can come in my office anytime, because they do, and ask me questions about any topic, whatever it might be. Usually it's relating to the calendar that we have, something that's coming up on our calendar, a bill, and they'll talk to me about that. They're either for it or against it and tell me why, and we'll sit down and discuss it. And at my desk, I have a computer with all the bills on it, so anything they want to know about or any topics, I can instantly pull up and make sure what they're telling me is correct. You know, I can verify, and then they can verify what I'm looking at. So I say, come around here and I'll show you, you know, what this bill actually does. Those bills are written by attorneys, and actually when I went to college, I was going to be an attorney, and I went to changed my mind and got into construction development stuff. So anyway, it gives me a background to really understand and comprehend what I'm reading. Hallelujah, because I can read it, and I'm a fast reader. And so I can read through those bills pretty quick, comprehend them, know what they're going to do, and what the end result will be. And I look for results, not just for today, but how they're going to affect 5, 10 years. Quick decisions usually are not good decisions. And I look at the long-term effects that a bill is going to have on.
You've been down there for 6 months.
Yes, sir.
You've been the state rep for 13.
Yes, sir.
For 6 months. What accomplishments in the 6 months? Talking about your priority and what happened.
My priority, you know, as you're well informed, and most people probably in this district have been, has been my church bill, because we had those issues going on.
Tell me about it.
I'll tell you all about it. I came up with that. I was the first one in the country to introduce that bill. I've had people from other states call me and say, we love it. We want to do the same thing here, which was very encouraging. All across the U.S., I was very shocked about it because that news traveled. It went far. It shocked everybody at the house down there. They said, we have never seen anything take off and get coverage like this has. But I had 56 co-sponsors, too. I went around on the chamber floor, and we could move around in there, and I got 56 co-sponsors, which is unheard of. I mean, it's just, finding that is just about like a needle in a haystack. Out of the bills that went through, I was told only 10 had anywhere even close to that the prior year. And never from a freshman, somebody just walked in.
That's right.
Never happened.
That's right.
So I get along good with my constituency, which is huge, because if you don't get along with them and have a really good understanding, then you're going to have problems down the chute.
They're going to come to you for that aid they need, whether it be in Fayette County or Winston County or Huntsville or Madison or whatever, and then you're going to go to them.
That's right.
It's a work deal.
You have to work together and get on the same page. But as long as what you're doing is the right thing, I have found most of the time they're going to jump on board with you. So,
yeah. All right, let's get into District 13 and
Yes, sir.
the fire departments, the law enforcement. Big deal.
It is.
And all over the state, but we're
is.
talking 13.
It is. Well, let me tell you the best heroes we have in this county and in this state, in my opinion. And that's our volunteer fire departments, because they give it all for nothing. I mean, and I'm going to make sure that they get the funding they need. I've got several priorities that I'm working on for next year, getting the funding for statewide and for our own here especially, but for statewide. 80%, most people probably don't know this, 80% is the number of the volunteer fire departments throughout the state. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
80%.
20% are
Yeah,
served by
are
cities,
paid, that's right.
basically.
Yeah.
And then 80% are volunteers.
That's right. It's stunning. And they do not get the training that they need. They're always behind. They're always holding fundraisers. I'm tired of that. Those people give it all. They risk their lives for us for nothing in return. All they want is good equipment and proper training. So we're going to make, that's another priority of mine. I want to make sure they get what they need to accomplish their mission. And that's protecting all of us.
They're always coming to all of us.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not talking about me and you, but they're coming to all of us about help us buy some equipment. That's
Right.
what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a fundraiser, and we're going to try to get that bill done.
I want to get that where they have the funding and they don't have to have any fundraisers. They can just take care of business and get their training. And that's going to be a top priority for me because those people give it all. I mean, I can't tell you how committed to them I am because they give so much. And I know, this is a public service job right here. A lot of people don't realize that being a representative, this is public service. We are servants of District 13. And that's what I came out of retirement to do, is to serve the people. I didn't come out of this to make money. I can assure you of that. I came out just to help the people and work for the people in District 13 and the state of Alabama and Walker County.
All right, we'll go from fire departments into law enforcement.
We're going to have to do something to increase some revenue. That's the problem. The biggest problem there is the county. The city police departments usually make pretty good. The county is struggling, but this is most counties. It's not just Walker County. Most counties, they start off, I think, when I ran back in 22, I think it was $13.25. They pay more than that now at the hamburger places.
That's right.
And to have a law enforcement with the ability to shoot and kill you, that takes a lot of authority, and they should be paid far beyond $13.25 an hour. I'm going to work hard to promote their pay and get their pay up, and at least to the standards of the cities, whatever that takes. The commission does not have the money. Everybody says, come pave our road, I know every commissioner. They do the best they can. They do all they can do with what they got, but they're not magicians, so they can't make the money pot appear. But I have some things in mind that I'm going to do to try to help that as well.
Of course, we're going to get a new governor coming in.
Yes,
our
sir.
governor's retiring, and we're
Yes.
getting a new governor coming in. So the budget for the whole state will be a priority.
That's right.
The whole state budget
Yes,
will be
sir.
a priority.
Yes, sir.
Not just your district, but every district will be
Right.
concerned about the state budget and what's going on.
Right.
How much do we get to the state of Alabama, or do we depend on also federal funding coming in?
Well, federal funding is part of it as well. I mean, we the state and the federal together combine our general fund.
Like the education funding.
Yes, right, ETF, the education fund. We set so much aside for that. And a lot of things come out of that help our education systems and the teachers and that type of thing. We make sure they have what they need. Like I said, over 10.6 billion. That's a big number. But,
We talk about education, but after high school, today, you can go to Bevel State, you can go to right here in District 13, you can go to anywhere, and you can take that education class and become a welder,
It's
become
amazing.
air conditioned, auto mechanics. It's amazing, isn't it?
it's the best thing that's happened to Walker County since coal. That's
a good statement.
Hey, it is, and there's no question in my mind about it. Our children have opportunities they've never had before. Every school, I actually was at the college right before I got here, and so we were talking about it. If you took all of education in Walker County, or it really doesn't matter where it is, and you put it all in a big funnel, and you had something down here at the bottom, and I would love to be able to draw this out, a big pot, and on the side of that pot would be opportunity. That's what we're about, is giving every everyone. And now, anyone can go to these classes, not just the kids out of high school.
Oh, yeah, a 28-year-old man, a 30-year-old man.
That's right. And they can get any
man or woman.
That's right. It makes no difference. You can get, if you don't take advantage of that, it's on nobody but you. Because the opportunity is a big word I use a lot because it's huge. And I want to make sure that people realize the opportunities that are here. And the Heman Drummond Center has just been unreal as far as their opportunities there.
It's going to be something else.
Oh, well, we've got more.
It's already something.
That's right. I mean, we've got more going on. And having Secretary Reed, who's over all 67 counties, live right here, I mean, the combination has never been this good for District 13.
All right, we got a minute left. I want
Yes.
you to look right into that camera and ask these folks to re-elect you in District 13.
Well, folks, I've worked hard for everyone in District 13. I'm everyone's representative. There's no particular group that I support or give more time to or efforts. In my short period, I'm bringing back over $260,000 to Walker County. I never had an chance to get into that because our time is so limited. But anyway, those are going through different funds and different groups. $150,000 of that's going to the Walker County Commission for a couple of projects they have. The rest is going to schools. And I've been handing out checks, so you'll see a lot of those coming in the next few weeks. I'm handing out some today, as a matter of fact. So I'm doing everything I can to bring back the money to District 13 and to help our district. That is my sole purpose and priority. Anything you want to know about me, pick up the phone, call me, 205-300-4448. I'm there for you, and I'll help you any way I can. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Rep, thanks for being with us today here on Coffee Time. All right, we're going to take a break. Don't leave us. We'll be right back with more Coffee Time.